to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. We're checking out Monsoon today down Park Street. If you have not been here, it's a place for you to enjoy some amazing food. I've always enjoyed my time here, and today I thought I am going to host Soundarie David for this show. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
I haven't had her on a show for some time, and you have had a bit of a roller coaster ride in the last few months.
Yeah, it's been tough, but it's been tough for everyone. But when you have to deal with personal loss as well,
So you lost your father. Sometimes they say when you are older, you tend to be stronger and understand life. But I don't think that that sort of falls when you have a connection with your dad or your mom. I think
Yeah.
you're always a child, even if you're 50
Exactly.
or 100 or whatever.
so true. And
Yeah.
especially when you have that bond, and like he was my everything, somebody I looked up to, my hero, in other words.
Yeah. But have you come to sort of a middle ground now? I know you stayed away from even some concerts went lower in terms of the frequencies.
Yeah, in the sense, yeah, it came as a shock, although I know everybody has to go through it. And after that, just having to come to terms with it. And then I think I was thrown into a scene where I realized a lot of my friends were also going through the same thing. So then I had to be strong for them. And that kind of helped me deal with it as well.
Yeah. Well, Soundarie is known by everyone for the amazing talent she has and what she has created in celebrating talent across the country on a global platform, believing in people. I'm just going to keep flies, I tell you. Believing in people and giving them the chance to perform. Now, this time around, Soundarie is doing something very different and very interesting, and that's what we're here to speak about. And that is a Tamil concert. I know the Soul Sounds Girls is what you're known for, like you are the mother hen of them all. And but they have attempted in singing all languages.
course,
They have done Tamil, Chinna,
Yeah, Sinhala.
they have done Sinhalese. But this time around, you have created, and in the last 2-3 years, you went into Tamil music.
Well, I am a Tamil, and in a way I felt it's time I actually embraced that fact
Yeah.
and did something. Also, this show was actually planned to be taking place 2 years ago, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And every time they lifted lockdown and we started planning, there was another lockdown. I know times are not that great even today, but I also felt that despite what is going on, I think it's our duty to promote young talent.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of young talent even when it comes to Tamil music.
Yeah.
And that's why we took up this initiative. And there are a lot of young singers, and I think that is what I would like to showcase on the
And
show.
it's amazing because all the reality shows at one time, if it's a Sinhala channel or a Tamil channel, they will sort of strictly let you sing a particular language. Now they've sort of opened it up for you to sing Hindi, English, Tamil, you name it, you can sing it all, which sort of gives us a platform to find new talent.
Definitely.
And you have been sourcing out people.
Yeah, so initially we actually had auditions. I'm sure you know of Megan, so she actually sang my original Tamil song, Kadalil. So she was a female singer, and then we had called for auditions for male singers. But since 2 years ago to now, so one of my singers had to leave to Germany, the other left also. So then we called for fresh talent, and now we've got an amazing team. And that's the team, hopefully people will hear on the 13th.
So I'm just trying to give you the insight of why we're doing this show so that you know why we are here. And the other segments we can talk about the rest. So this show is happening this Friday.
Yeah, 13th of May, coming Friday.
And where?
At the Elphinstone Theatre.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful
It
place.
is, and it's been refurbished, and it looks really
Yeah.
nice.
And it's the only theatre where you get the balcony seating
Yeah.
in this very royal standard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I went to watch a play long years ago when I was like 7, a Tamil play. And Elphinstone Theatre was one of the best at that time. But it's great to see it coming back to life. Location-wise, a bit hard to park, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you know West End and you know all these places abroad,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have parking.
Yeah, you're supposed to get down and get
Exactly.
just walk.
So I
in, yeah.
think it's time we also got used to that.
That is true. So tell me about the lineup of music. Are you having all Tamil songs or are you incorporating?
No, it's all Tamil songs, and so initially, about 3 years ago, the Indian Cultural Center in Colombo called us to do a concert featuring music of Maestro Ilayaraja.
Right.
And that was when we actually started working on the music. And as you know, my husband Pradeep is also very much into Tamil music. So that show was a success in the sense people really liked it and wanted more. So that got us thinking to actually producing a show of Tamil music. So now it's not only Maestro Ilayaraja, we have of course the great A.R. Rahman as well and some instrumentals. So it will be all music from Tamil cinema hits, but the well-known hits which I'm sure even you would know.
Yeah, of course. We all know. Just want to let you know, we are enjoying the brunch menu, correct? The brunch menu that's available at Monsoon. You can actually check it out. On Saturdays, they open their doors for this amazing spread. I wanted to keep this open. This is all for you, by the way.
Just for me?
And me, but first I have to offer the guest. You can try.
Okay, I'll try and you can have the...
Of course, only till the cameras close, I am very modest and share. Then it's just all mine. But you can come check it out. It's delicious, and as you can see, people are just filling in at the back before we get too busy. Wanted to ask you, now when you search for talent, do you look out for the ones who can sing, or do you look out for the ones who actually are passionate?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, obviously there are certain things that you must have, like pitching.
Yeah.
And so obviously, yeah, I look out for the fact that they should sing, but if you are passionate about music, that kind of draws me to them.
Yeah, it sort of works into bringing out the message on
Exactly,
stage.
and I think it comes out in your singing if you are passionate about it, so it's very easy actually.
Amazing. All right, let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire on hi. Welcome back to the show in conversation with Soundarie. David, we're checking out the brunch menu at Monsoon. Are you a foodie person?
Well, I enjoy my food,
But you are not the one who will pre-plan and
No, not
or
really.
nothing.
Anything.
If whatever that is put in front of you, you
Exactly, because most of the time I don't have time to eat.
Yeah,
so,
true. But do you cook at home?
no.
I just wanted to know. Have you ever cooked?
Well, during COVID, no, I won't call it cook, but I used to like experiment.
What did you do? Like break an egg?
I could do better than that. No, I would like bake a cake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, just try out. Even those days I used to like doing desserts. So I
Oh,
used to
right,
try
right,
out
right.
But
And how is your husband? Is he doing good?
he's doing good.
The cake? He survived the cake. Everything is possible now. Yeah, so that's good. That's great news.
Thank
yeah.
you.
So Sounds, you are also Soundarie has a lot of things that happen in her life for a day. So she runs an academy. I want to speak about that. So this Soul Sounds Academy started off a few years ago.
No, actually it started off nearly 12 years ago.
Sorry, a dozen.
Not a few years ago. And yeah, it's come a long way since then. I remember, so when I came back from England after my musical studies, and my mom was like, why don't you just start teaching at home? And I just started, I think, with 10 children, but it was more vocal because we had also started Soul Sound. So my connection with the choral world was obvious. So it was like a small vocal class. And then it grew. And then I think in 2012 is when we actually officially started it by renting a place. And
Right.
yeah, it's grown since. And now it's not just vocal. We have piano, violin, musical theatre, guitar, theory, everything.
And that's amazing because I think musical theatre is so underrated here. A lot of parents don't understand the value
Exactly.
of it, putting your children in it. You tend to bring out the best in a child. They can play a chair or like the lead role.
Yeah.
It's the same experience that everyone has. And as people who have been a part of it, I'm telling you, it's so wonderful. It's you can
Yeah.
never, and you want to do it always, and it's amazing. I have to go back in time, Sounds. I don't know
Okay.
whether you remember, a long time ago, I used to do a breakfast show on TV, and you had a concert where one of your lecturers from your university came down as well.
The gospel concert, Professor Mark Wills.
No, somebody else. A female lady came down when you went to the Warner Brothers studios or wherever.
Yeah, that was in California.
And somebody came along with you?
That was Professor Mark Wilson.
Ah, right, okay. And he came for an interview?
Yes,
with
that
me
was it.
and you.
Yes, correct.
Right. And he said something, I don't know whether you remember this. He said there could be 7,000 people singing, but Soundarie will know exactly who is going off and where. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but I'm also sure that several other choral directors could do that.
But you will point out that one voice.
Yeah, but I'm sure others have the ability
But
to do
he
so.
said this to me on the show.
He was probably being nice.
Right. But he said there was something in you, they used you for an experiment. There was something in your brain.
Okay,
Please
no.
give me the inside scoop to it. I'm trying to be like Dr. House here.
No,
So your brain has...
No.
You have
I don't think
extra
my brain has anything extra,
Okay.
but they were doing research on people who have perfect pitch. So there are
Right.
few musicians who have perfect pitch, meaning if you play a note on the piano, you can identify the note without looking at it. Or
Right.
if you sing a note, I'll be able to tell you what
Okay,
note
let
it
me
is,
say this.
provided you sing in pitch.
Right, so
And-
let me give you... So every pitch is a note, no?
Okay. Could be a B.
No, not could be. It has to be a B.
So then get me a piano, we'll check it out. Okay, anyway, going back to our story.
You know, what's his name? Charlie Puth, right? Is it Charlie
Yeah,
Puth? He came on a show and he just like, boo.
Charlie Puth came on a show with you?
No, I wish. Charlie or the Puth, nothing came. He even this he'll give the note to it.
Yes,
You
so
don't
that's
know.
perfect pitch. So basically,
So you're not that perfect. Right, let me
basically,
finish.
Oxford University was doing this research to identify what was in their brain that made them
Okay.
that capabilities of having perfect
Right.
pitch. Basically, what they were saying is the right side of people with perfect pitch have some extra growth, which therefore gives them this extra bit of musical.
So you have an extra growth?
I don't know whether growth is the correct word medically, but there is something. But they also say that children with Down syndrome also have perfect pitch. It's just that they are not exposed to music to be able to identify.
But they
So-
always say
and they are
kids with
very-
Down syndrome can master a craft so
Exactly,
well.
exactly.
It could be anything, swimming, sports,
Exactly.
technology, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
which is why I think children with special needs are very musical. In fact, we have a special course for children with special needs as
And
well.
they tend to really give their heart, soul and mind
Yeah.
to that one thing and
Exactly.
they don't get distracted so fast, which is
True.
brilliant. I think we need to see the positive in that. And
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's great. So yeah, so I remember this conversation of him telling me that she had something in her brain and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So whenever because Charlie Puth was like, he can even think of like when birds are chirping, he can.
Yeah, he can identify the notes.
But you
there.
can't.
Well, I've never tried it. So next time I hear a bird, I'll listen to the note and I'll give you a call, Danu. Then you
Okay.
check it out on the piano and see if I'm
I
right.
can't. I don't know anything in the piano.
Well, maybe you should start learning the piano.
I can't. I'm only here to like just perform and entertain people. I want you to eat sounds. I feel like you're looking very like tired.
You mean you're hungry? You
Yes,
want to
I
eat.
want
Okay.
to. I am. I know these are flat noodles, correct? Bows. These are bows. There's a beef bow and a chicken bow. Got it right. Are we getting into a break? Yeah, we are getting into a break. Did you? So if you do meet Soundarie, just when she's standing next to you, play anything like make a noise. Let's figure out whether her brain can identify it.
Yeah, and I'm up to the challenge.
And how
so.
many people were there in this? How many people have been recognized with this extra growth
I
in their
think,
brain?
I think there are a lot of people, Danu, and there may also be people who are not aware of it because they don't do music.
They might have gone into a surgery saying we have a growth.
I haven't taken a brain scan yet, but when I do,
I'm
I'll
sure
let
it's a
you-
special brain. I'm telling you, it's a special brain indeed. We'll see you right after this. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire. Welcome back to the show. It's Danu on Fire. I'm speaking to Soundarie David. So we have a fun story about Soundarie. Actually, she's the one who reminded me. She's so involved in her day-to-day life at home. She let an egg be in her fridge for over 9 months.
Well, now the whole world will know this, right? Yeah.
How
Thanks,
many
Danu.
months was it there? Have you used at least one egg that came in that batch?
I can't remember. I hope not. I've survived, right? I'm still living.
But you threw them.
Yeah, I had no choice.
You felt like they have become chickens in there?
I didn't feel anything of that sort. I was just reminded of it by actually the girls in the choir.
Yeah. What are the other things that are there in your fridge?
Right now,
Yeah.
I haven't opened the fridge.
She's an interesting character, I'm telling you. But although you eat, you like sweets, I like sweets, why
Yeah.
are we wasting our time?
Exactly.
Yeah, you have 3, so you share.
Yeah. You can share that.
So, Sounds, what do you do to relax yourself?
Well, I think I'm blessed to be in a field of music, which is something I'm really passionate about. So I think I relax while rehearsing, while being at a show, because it is music after all. But if you're asking me, is it something outside of music?
Nothing.
Well, no, like every
Do you
night.
go on trips?
I do, but
Literally, it's like the pot caught in the kettle black.
No,
but
no,
yet-
no. Meaning I can relax for a day, but beyond that, even my husband says now he knows I'm restless because I
That's
want to
because
get.
he's scared for his life.
No, not really.
She might just kill him quietly.
No, 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 no. He's like no.
He's one of the most patient men you can find.
He's
correct?
very supportive, and especially this last year, he's really been there for me.
He'll be declared a saint very soon.
I
Actually,
thought I was the one who's
far
going to be.
from it. Far from it. Far from it. But he's actually going to be declared a saint. Now, you live such a very closed, connected family life with your parents. What do you tell? I think it's a blessing that we have been given that fortunate experience
Yeah,
of
true.
experiencing love at that level.
Yeah.
What would you tell those who actually have taken their parents for granted? Like, oh, I don't want to be bothered dealing with them right now. It's a phase that everyone goes through,
Yeah.
but it's a phase that they tend to also regret. But speak from your point of view on that.
Well, I mean, having lost my dad now in just over a year, one thing, I mean, I do miss him immensely, but I have no regrets because I know I did make time for him despite being busy, and he was always very supportive. So I would just tell, I mean, I know the world is changing, I know it's very fast paced, but just try to spend some time. And I remember a word of advice given to someone senior to me who said, never not answer a call from your home, because there
You
will
never
come
know.
a time when you won't have that call anymore. So yeah, just because you will miss them, no matter whether you were really close or not, they were an integral part of your life, right? I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you.
definitely. What's next for Soul Sounds? Because Soundarie, whatever happens, we call you Sounds because there's a Soul Sounds in it as well.
Soul Sounds, so we are actually planning.
And you all have got so many new girls.
We've got quite a lot of new girls because I think others have commitments, family lives, and despite that, they do still come. But we've just kept it open so that Soul Sounds will still continue with newer voices and the older ones for those who are free. So we're planning something in August. But in the meantime, we've got quite a few events. We still sing for weddings, and then of course now the intermediates are also singing for weddings. So it's nice to sing. And
Yeah.
the intermediate choir is a mixed choir. So
Right.
now we have a Soul
Good,
Sounds
good.
Academy mixed choir.
Yeah, because I think you were going to be, there was going to be a case against you for not having equal balance of gender. You never wanted to have a male, all male.
Not because I didn't think they were
you just thought
talented.
that they're not committed at all.
I just thought that they wouldn't give as much as commitment as the girls, and I still do think that. It's just that I'm giving them a chance now. Why are you quiet?
No, I just want to know. Never mind. But now, before we wrap things up, so you are now completely in music. You are busy with your academy, teaching, bringing in new choristers. Do you think with this COVID, we have lost the chance of performing? And you did a digital, like an online show. Did it give you the same oomph factor?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
desperate. It's just
You
sad.
just need to have live
know.
performances. And you know, that whole stage presence, the confidence you get while being on stage. But that being said, with the younger ones, like the really small children, the ones who don't really talk have actually come out because they've been on Zoom and things like that. But that would never, you know, take the place of a stage performance.
True. Brilliant. All right, just to recap, there's a concert happening this Friday, and it's happening at Ilfison. It's all about celebrating Tamil music. You don't need to be Tamil to enjoy the music because it's beautiful music at any given time. Tell me about what's it called, what are the special features, people who you are featuring.
Okay, so it's a show featuring Tamil cinema hits from Maestro Ilayaraja to A.R. Rahman, and we've got the best of musicians backing them. Ratnam sir on tabla, Anand on drums, Shane John on acoustic drums, then of course Pradeep on bass guitar.
Husband.
Yes, and Danushka on keyboards, myself on piano, so that's a lineup of musicians. We are also for the first time introducing the Soul Sounds Academy Tamil Ensemble. So where we have choral music sung in Tamil.
Right.
So they will also be featured at the show. And then of course the main stars of the show, we have Prakash from The Voice fame. He is doing quite a few songs at the show. Megan from my original Kadalil fame, lovely husky deep voice. Then we also have a singer coming all the way from Australia, another familiar, Tanuja. So she is coming down on the 11th, so she will be featured as well. And then we have Abhinesh, who will also be singing, and Aman from the Muslim Choral Ensemble. So it's a lot of talent. Each voice is unique, different color, songs to suit their voices obviously. And we have some amazing medleys also put up with a mashup of quite a few songs that you would not have thought possible. So I hope you would all come for the show.
Amazing. Just last bit, have you insured your hands?
Not really, but if there's any insurance company that's
No, because J-Lo has insured her legs.
that's JLO.
Yeah, so she earns money out of legs, and you earn money out of your fingers.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Good.
Danu. Thanks for the advice.
They couldn't insure this whole package, that's why. On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much, and a big hi to your cousin who is seated here. What's her name?
Dilani.
Dilani, hi. She enjoys our shows, so she's here to see it live, and I think now she's not going to watch. On that note, we'll wrap things up. Thank you to Monsoon. We will see you soon.